18th of March 2024 was not just another date. It was the day I realized this trip to Pakistan was unlike any visit before. It was not a vacation, it was initiation, as if I had stepped into a sacred training ground for my soul. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to Light Beneath Layers, a journey of knowing thyself. This time in Pakistan, I was not just visiting family. I was watching life with new eyes. I was observing my emotions, my ego, my reactions. I was no longer making my ego wrong or my kindness right. Instead, I accepted the truth that I am a human being who carries everything inside me: love and hate, anger and joy, ego and empathy. And none of these are wrong. They simply are. Each one is a color on the divine palette of being human, here for me to experience so that I may know myself and my Creator more deeply. Every soul I saw is the center of its own universe. The world revolves around me, just as it revolves around you. None of us is less, and none of us is more. This softened my heart. I began seeing my siblings, my family, and every human being as children of God, each carrying wounds, beauty, and lessons. The shift inside me was so sudden and powerful that it felt as if I had entered Hogwarts, the magical school from Harry Potter where students are trained to master their extraordinary powers. Pakistan became my Hogwarts, a sacred earth school where my fears were stripped away one by one. I stopped fearing how I looked, the mistakes I made, or the darker parts of myself. Instead, I heard my soul whisper, "This is your training, stay present." And slowly I began peeling away all that was not truly me. The lessons were raw, emotional, and sometimes painfully physical. I felt them in my stomach, as if my body itself was digesting the harshness of corruption, manipulation, and injustice. And yet, right beside them, generosity, compassion, and deep kindness. In the middle of all this, I was given the greatest gift. My younger sister and her husband opened their home to me. Their house became more than walls and a roof. It became my sanctuary. For the first time in my life, I experienced true rest, true relaxation in their generosity. I found space to breathe, to observe, to learn, to heal. Their home felt like my own, and that safety allowed me to go deeper into myself than ever had before. It was in their home that I realized what a gift they are to this planet, to offer love, space, and generosity in such a simple yet powerful way. They may not even realize it, but they gave me more than comfort. They gave me the soil to grow. And in that soil, I began to learn my hardest lessons. One of the most powerful teachers was my sister herself. She is a beautiful, generous soul, always ready to help, but she also carries a fiery strength when it comes to setting boundaries with people who work for her. At first, I judged her. When she hired a tailor to stitch clothes at home, she quickly grew upset and set firm limits. I thought she was being too strict. But then I saw how different Pakistan is from Canada. Here, many workers have learned to manipulate emotions for their benefit. One man even took money and expensive fabrics from us and never returned. My sister, unlike me, sensed these patterns instantly. She had mastered the art of protecting her space. I, on the other hand, let people too close too fast. My generosity had no guardrails, and when it backfired, I would feel hurt and play the victim. Her way was not cruelty, it was wisdom. That same tailor ended up working with us for almost a year, respected and well compensated. But had my sister not drawn her boundaries in the very beginning, the outcome could have been very different. Through her, I saw my own blind spots. I realized that strength in boundaries is as sacred as generosity in love. And through both her and her husband's kindness, I realized something even deeper. Acknowledgement is medicine. In Pakistan, I noticed how rare acknowledgement is. Workers are rarely thanked, employers are rarely appreciated, even within families. Gratitude is scarce. But to say, I see you, I value you, that is sacred. That is the higher vibration. And so, I want to honor my sister and her husband here. Thank you for your home, your care, your generosity. Thank you for being anchors of love and safety on this planet. Thank you for showing me that home is not always where you were born, but where your soul is received. This trip taught me the most important truth, that the most important person in my life is me, not out of selfishness, but because without me, none of this exists. I had to learn to protect my boundaries, to honor my energy, to care for my spiritual, emotional, and physical body, to slow down, to be gentle with myself. Some days it felt like I was dying, other days like I was being born again. That is the paradox of transformation. It is both death and rebirth. This trip was not about sightseeing or gathering. It was about soul expansion, about applying all my years of learning in the raw, unpredictable, often unethical reality of Pakistan. And in that rawness, I found myself evolving. So, if you ever wonder why life takes you back to the hardest places, the toughest relationships, the deepest tests, it is because your soul is ready, ready to grow, ready to peel away the layers, ready to ascend. And that is exactly what I am doing here, one layer at a time. And I upload new healing stories every Monday to Friday. Come back tomorrow and let us heal together, one story at a time.